the best way to be. Should we hit go? Oh,
Good
you did.
morning.
Hi, everybody.
Once again. Okay, so we're having a little silly morning.
Yes.
I've had 2 silly days. This is my second one. Sometimes we call it a little manic or something, but whatever. We're gonna be
My whole
a
week has
little
been
extra
nuts.
energy. We'll be a little extra today.
A little.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Shauna.
I'm Joelle. Thank you.
We are your awkward channeling partners. I've had a busy morning.
Yes.
So I'm a little weird.
It
And today we were gonna. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying it's been a little crazy everywhere. I think it's just nuts.
Yes. Yeah, I really think that we're dealing with a lot of change and a lot of change in energy. Some collective, some not so. And there's just a lot going on. So if you're all feeling up and down and kind of out of sorts or what have you, you're not alone.
Right.
Some of the most active healers are struggling with our own.
Yeah, it is.
So
I just want to crawl into bed and pull the blanket over my head and stay there for days.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm coming out of that. I was sick last week, so I'm kind of coming out of that. Yeah. But now I'm like in this, like, oh, let's create stuff and let's, it's crazy, like a whole Shauna shift to a different aspect or something. Anyway, we were going to talk about gurus and spiritual learning, and one of the things that in my path of learning and experiencing different healers and different people and working with and sharing healing space with different people, I learned very quickly that the people who wanted to be considered an expert or a guru were actually people to run from, and that's been my experience.
Mine too. It's crazy how many, especially with all social media now, it's so easy for them to, hey, and gives us all a bad name. And it's like,
it does. And that's why most of us don't want to use the word psychic, right? I mean, there's so many scammers, there's so much going on. And that is where it comes to be really important to have discernment. Right. For me, if somebody calls themselves a guru, I'm just, have a nice life. God love you from over here somewhere.
Right.
Because it just isn't. What attracts me is someone who is open to continuing to learn.
Right.
Who is like, we don't know it all.
Nobody knows. No.
There's so much to discover.
No.
Right.
We'll never know everything on this earth. Never.
No.
And it's like,
that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for, to learn. Earth is a school. You're not supposed to stop learning.
Right. And there, and there's that viewpoint too. Right. And I have that a lot of the time is where we're here for different reasons. And, right now we're here because it's ascension time for the earth, and, those of us who are doing this kind of stuff, those of us who are being what, you would refer to as a light worker or, a spiritual learner, because I really feel like I am a forever teacher learner, and I will share everything I think I understand, and I will never promise I'm 100% right.
Oh, yeah.
That's
me. I'm like, this is what I feel is right. It doesn't mean it might feel different for you, but this is and that's what I tell people. This is what I feel. It's not, hey, this is how it is, or.
Well, and that's the thing, right? We all have our truth. Yes, we're all humans. Yes, we're all kind of living in the same system, what have you. We all have our unique experiences. We have our unique, past lives that are affecting this life. We have so much that's unique. And we start out by being pigeonholed into fitting into the box. There's no box. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing. And we go through, all the trials and tribulations through life, and we hopefully learn from it so we don't have to keep repeating it. Right. But we want someone who's open and who's open-minded and who's continuing to seek their truth. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that will always be me for sure. And I'm pretty sure Joelle too. We are, we're pretty much similar when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Morning, Judy.
oh, good morning. I think you can click on them too.
Oh,
Good morning,
okay.
Judy.
I forget that I'm. You
I added
added
her
me.
to
I
my account so
forget.
she can do
I'm
that
leaving
stuff.
it all to you, Shauna. No,
I know.
and a
I'm
lot of
not sure
times.
in this energy that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good morning, Christine.
Hey,
I know
Christine.
that's Christine, so
Yeah,
that's not her name, but it is.
yeah. And there's
Ugh.
just so many out there that want to be like, yeah, I'm the only one. You can only trust me. And it's like, no, that's
Yeah.
not a good way to be. And
It's
especially
really
when
not.
they
Sorry.
call other people's beliefs BS. I have
Yeah.
seen that so many times. And it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but it's not right.
No.
You
Right.
know,
You really can't because, that brings in that conversation about everybody has their own truth. Like
right.
we have had our own experiences. We are unique beings. We may all be being human, but we're very unique. So we've had our
Yeah.
own experiences. We have our own masks and our own, limitations and, all of that. So,
Right.
there 10 years ago, I believed things that I don't believe now.
Oh, yeah.
5 years ago, I believed things I don't believe now. The understandings come in slowly and as they come in and
Yeah.
as we're ready for them. Sometimes they'll let us believe something that maybe isn't quite 100% true,
Yeah.
but it feels like it to us and it's where we're comfortable. But as long as we're still open and we're still learning and we're
Right.
still willing to have those conversations and hear what other people are thinking and feeling, because
Right.
for me, that is so valuable.
Oh,
Then we grow and we change, and that's okay.
absolutely.
That's why I will never tell you I am 100% right,
Yeah.
because there could be another aspect to it that hasn't come in for me yet. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
Right.
Letting go of the right and wrong thing is kind of big.
Yeah.
But it's really important that we work on our discernment. And for me, I call that the truth feeling. It's like I
Yeah.
get this feeling typically in my chest that, oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a full body tingle, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, that's right. At this point in time, that's right. That piece, I don't know.
Yeah. And see, it's
I'm gonna
different for me because I'm so claircognizant. I see some, oh, that's not right. Or, oh, yeah. It just like, hey, no, I don't get the feelings. It just pops in my head. And,
mm-hmm.
just it's different for everybody. Don't discount
Well, and it's
anything you get
different at
ever.
different times. It really
Right.
depends on what it is and what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, how many different ways do we all receive?
Right.
Who knows 3 ways they receive in those situations? Like,
Yeah.
share with us. Like, tell us how that is for you. Like, when you're talking to somebody and they're like, I don't think so. How do you handle it? Like,
Yeah.
I always go, tell me what you think.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear it. I may be like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So interesting. I use that a lot. It's interesting that you see that way. Because I'm not
That's
saying
good
you're
though.
wrong. It's just not how I
Yeah.
see it. We're all
I
just
like
very
that.
unique beings.
I usually just let them talk and thinking to myself, no, no, that's not how I see it. But
I have a ridiculous curiosity.
yeah,
Gets me in trouble sometimes, but like I want to know, where'd that come from? How'd that
yeah,
get there?
yeah,
Where'd you learn that? Where'd that come from? How like I have these weird, like, I want to know. I'm not asking the
yeah,
questions, but my mind is like, that's really interesting. I want to understand how they got there.
yeah.
So then I will
It's
do
a good way
it.
to be though. See, I wish I could be like that, but me, I'm such an introvert, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk. I'll just shrink
Well,
back and
and I think it all
yeah,
depends too. Like we talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Like the whole introvert thing. I am
yeah,
absolutely more introvert than anything. But if I'm already having a conversation and it's one that is about something that I'm interested in,
yeah,
then I want to know. Like, then I'm like, oh, really? How's that?
yeah.
But I'm not running around talking to people every day. So if I have to leave the house, I really like Zoom a lot. We're good. Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank God for Zoom, huh?
Oh, Sleep in
Yeah.
the
And then
StreamYard.
there's like the people that you can't question them. That's another
Mhm.
big red flag for me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like,
Yeah, if they're like, "No, this is just how it is," and there's no
right.
explanation, that there's no ability to have a conversation. "I'm right, you're
No.
wrong, get out of my face." Mm-mm,
Hmm.
girlfriend.
No, that's a, yeah, run, run big time.
Those are
And there's,
just people who are stationed into ego too much.
right.
I mean, we all have ego. We're gonna have ego. We don't get rid of it. That's a
Absolutely.
falsehood too. We balance it and
Yeah.
we stay mindful about ourselves, right? And the way
Yes.
we're handling things. And we decide how we want to be.
Oh, excuse me.
But I forgot what I was saying. Anyway.
No. There are people you can't question and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I had me some notes here because before you came on, I was like, what can we talk about?
Oh,
You
tell
know,
me.
different points. And
I
just
did not have
things
any.
that I found for myself. And like some people, you come off feeling worse after talking
Oh,
to it, you know, instead of them making you feel better. You know,
yeah.
that's another one where you're like, oh, really? Are you really as spiritual as you claim to be? Or, and then you have to think of it, yes, it's a lesson for you as well. Going and meeting these people and
Well, it
learning how
really
to,
does give you different perspectives.
yeah,
Like, if you do leave it and you're like, gosh, I don't feel really good about that at all. And
right,
I'm not, I'm going to use my discernment and not be doing that again. You
right,
know, there are people on Facebook that I follow that I feel are darker
right,
than they think. And I watch and I wait and I see. I mean, we're all on a path,
yeah,
right? We're all learning, and um, you know, we've all had our moments of being lost on that path and
oh,
thinking that we weren't, right?
hmm,
So,
definitely.
what are
And
the
the
other
main
things?
thing is don't feel bad about yourself if you
Mhm.
do, you know, end up taking a class with somebody like that, like I did,
No,
you
it's a
know,
really
but
good
it helped
experience,
me learn too. Yeah. And I probably never would have met Shauna otherwise. So,
right?
you know,
I
good
know,
thing
our
I went out.
story, we'll have to talk about that. Maybe next time we'll talk about
Yeah.
our story, like how we
It's
met,
crazy.
came together, didn't come together, and then boom, found each other again in
Right.
Rachel's group.
I know.
Like, and that's meant to be. Like, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they put you in places that
they
you need to
do.
be, whether you can see it right then or not, you know, but
I have absolutely been closely tied with healers and people who were learning through my path of learning
yeah.
that didn't end up being the best partner, right?
Right.
But also taught me that I couldn't stand up and be me in
Right.
their energy. So I would, shrink down and be like, okay, well, I'll just work on your website. You can just do
Yeah.
everything else. Like I was willing to set myself aside. And those are huge lessons for us.
Right.
That's how I learned that, oh, that's not what we do.
Right.
I don't want to be dismissed or ignored or
Yeah.
unimportant in this stuff.
Right.
you know
Exactly.
so it was a huge learning lesson for me, and I think I did it with like 3 different people, and
Wow.
Rosie as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And
you know
it taught me that, you know, that I can do the things that I'm doing now, even if I didn't believe it. And I don't have to be scared like I was because that one incident that happened that you know about when I got pushed because I just straight up told it
Well,
to F
talk about
off,
it. You can
you
share
know?
that. You want to
You
share that?
know, I can't, yeah. This person, Rosie, she had me giving Reiki to a friend of hers. It was like a group of people. Me and 3 other people she knew were giving Reiki to 3 different people that she knew that needed it. And we were going to write our experiences down and share and everything. And one of the ladies, her father had something attached to him and he was very controlling. And I kind of knew, but I didn't know how bad it really was. So I'm sitting here and I am sending Reiki to this lady. And all of a sudden, I hear this male voice say, "Stop," and almost pushed me completely out of my chair. And me being me, I just look over, fuck you, get the fuck away from me.
Absolutely been there.
Yeah. And it was just like it left. And I was like, wow, did I just do that? Because I'm like,
Yes, you did.
yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And I finished and was called Rosie after. And I'm like, you're not going to believe this. And when I told her what I did, even she was like, you did what now? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like,
That's all you
did
have to
you
do.
really? She's like, this thing was strong enough to push you, and you just told it F you. And I'm like, yeah. And
sometimes that's all you have to do with some kind
right.
of negative energy
Yeah.
is like, oh, not for me. I mean, that's honestly,
It made me
how I got rid of
mad.
the last problem I was having was,
Yeah,
nope, I see you.
yeah, it made
Nope.
me mad because I'm like, how dare you come into my house? And like,
Yeah,
hell no.
that's
So,
powerful.
yeah.
Mhm,
And
mhm. That's
yeah.
funny.
So
Yeah.
it was kind of
But see,
cool.
those are important things. So, like, we're talking about how, we get hooked up with the wrong people or whatever. They're not the wrong people. And
Right.
that's the thing. Like, we come out of it thinking, oh my God.
Right.
But you wouldn't have had that experience had you not hooked
No.
up with her. You would not have had many different experiences. And
Right.
even just the experience with her and all of that, it's all so valuable in us finding our footing and our
Oh,
self-esteem
yes. And helping
and
me
our
grow. It
power.
really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. So, it isn't that, if you come across someone who thinks they know everything, that it's necessarily a bad experience.
Right.
The bad experience would be to continue it and to
Yeah.
let them affect your power and your self-esteem. Like, for years I wouldn't stand in my own power unless I was in a group. If I was in
Right.
a group of people, then I was powerful as all get out, but I wouldn't do it by myself. I didn't feel like I
Right.
could. And,
Yeah.
the people that were around me that were pushing that down were teaching me that lesson.
Yeah.
So we have to realize that good, bad, indifferent, it's all
Oh,
important or it wouldn't be happening.
right.
Like, we have something to learn or something to shift from that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so we talked a long time, and you have
Oh, here they are. I was trying to find them. I
group
couldn't find
card.
where I put them. I got a new deck. I had to get it. It is called, I don't know if y'all can see it, Celestial Frequencies. I had to get it because my business
That's our
name is
name.
Celestial Whispers Healing, and I'm a frequency healing guide. So, Celestial Frequencies, I had to.
Yes.
And it's a really, really neat deck.
It's
I have
beautiful. She sent me a couple of pictures of the cards.
I haven't had it long, so I don't know a whole lot about it, experience with it. So I am going to read
Yeah.
from the book, but curiosity is what I got from the Zeta Spiritual Expansion. And I'm trying to get, can
You
you see the
know,
light language?
yeah, I was going to say it's
It's in
full of
it.
light language, these cards. There's
They,
light language
and when
throughout.
you see them in person, it's like, oh my God, there is so much. It's, I love them. I fell
We
in
both
love.
have too many decks to be buying more decks, but we both this month have bought a deck. So,
Yeah.
could be worse.
I bought too many. Okay.
I probably have
I'll
40.
probably buy more too.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and it has 3 different sections in the book for it. The key energies, it says, we bring greetings of peace and love. We are known as the curious ones from Zeta Reticuli.
Ah,
With a varied and multi-layered focus, we are teachers of advanced extrasensory perception, and we carry accelerated genetic blueprints for alchemy. Is that how you say that? Like alchemy?
because I can't see the word, but keep going.
Healing.
Just keep going.
Yes, I'm awkward. Oh, our skills and capabilities also include nervous system repair and genetic hybrid. They're going. Yeah,
Hybridization.
make hybrid. Thank you. I am tang-tongled today. We frequently exchange technologies with other galactic races due to our inherent and controlled emotional nature. We strive for excellence and spiritual expansion. The oracle interpretation. If you have been feeling confused, unclear, or insecure about your intuitive capabilities, now is the time to ignite your inner navigator with newfound Zeta like enhancement. Exercise your extrasensory perception skills. Look at your situation from a more expanded perspective. Change your vantage point and test your inner abilities. Open up to receiving spiritual data from alternate sources, especially those that stretch you out of your comfort zone. Be curious and reach beyond what you think of as possible. However, be very aware of your energy. If you've been pushing yourself too far, give your mind and body a rest, especially to regenerate those frazzled nerves. You are transforming. Focusing on spiritual acceleration will activate your dormant DNA and help you gain new healing insights. Spiritual upgrades await, so be sure to pave a pathway for assimilation of higher energies. And then at the bottom, it gives like realignments, third eye meditation, light therapy, telepathic exercises, ascension studies, colors of pink and gold, geranium and pink carnation essential oils, pink monkey flower and mimosa flower essences, crystals of kunzite and spirit quartz. Ooh, what's a spirit quartz?
That's a really cool. You know what's funny? The Zeta Reticuli, who I called in when I went out into the yard and was placing crystals like I was told to do, and Chast. That's what they go by.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody needs extra protection around, themselves or their home, I was told to share that Zeta Reticuli.
Right.
They are a collective that go by Chast, and to be calling them in, I call them often.
Right.
They're great. Excuse me. So anyway, I thought that was funny. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Now I need that deck. Thanks, Joelle.
I'm sorry. They made me do it. I had to.
I was cussing her earlier. I'm like, dude, seriously, just bought a deck. So funny.
Yes, collecting the cards are like collecting cats, and I have many of both, Jim.
She does. She does.
I have too many cats. Even the vet yesterday, he's like, you're one step away from being a crazy cat lady. And I'm like, I passed that long ago.
I was going to say, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she's there.
Yeah.
But they love you and you love them.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful message. Appreciate you sharing that as well.
And I can't wait to work more with this deck.
You need to have an affiliate with some of these cards because you're going to sell to everybody.
You're like, look, give me some money. I'll send some people your way.
Right. Oh, Lord. I know. I probably have like 40. I'm not kidding. And I've given away a lot of them, but they're everywhere. It's absolutely insane. I don't know. I already collected all the crystals, so I moved on to cards.
Right. Oh, me too. I have so many crystals. It's not even funny. And then I go and I buy the bigger raw ones. Like, I need more, but
I like the raw stones.
Yeah. Like this is my favorite. This raw smoky quartz.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that big sitting right here.
Yeah. And I love it because the lady that does it around here, it's like it's so cheap to go and buy them. It's like, I love it.
You know who has a lot of crystals? My friend Christine.
Really?
Oh, she has some stunning pieces throughout her house. Ooh. I literally, last time I was at her house, I was like, so how many people come in your house and they can't stay here?
Really?
So much energy. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's so cool.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, it really is. So I guess that's what we have for today.
Yeah.
We're right about the half hour markish.
Yeah.
Unless somebody has a question or something that we could address. I did not plan if I was going to channel anything. So I guess I'm not channeling still. I'm still clearing out some of this.
Yeah.
We'll let my body keep that energy in order to do that, I suppose. We would love, like, if any of y'all would like, I'm gonna pick up her accent because that's what I do. So If anyone
Sorry.
would like to make suggestions or, what have
Mm.
you, if you know us on any other platform, message us,
Yes,
comment,
please.
whatever. We would love to know what, if you have questions that you'd like us to be asking.
Just something you want us to talk about,
Right. If there's anything that you're curious about that, we could talk to a galactic or a guide or, what have you, let us know.
Yeah.
Um, we,
That was the other thing. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
My other note I had, if somebody says I'm the only one that can channel this being, no, you're
Oh,
not. Everybody can. We all have that ability.
yeah,
Nobody has domain over a light being. I mean, we're all the same. We can do it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's true.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think that we have some that we work with. I mean, so if we've got them on our guidance team, but that doesn't mean they're
Right.
only our guides
Yeah.
either. Like
I
they
mean,
can be
Jesus is
everywhere at
on my
once.
team. What am I going to do? I'm the only one that can talk to Jesus? No. I
For
mean,
sure.
he's on everybody's team, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But he's a direct guide for
he's
you.
a
So
guy. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we have some interesting guides.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just mind blowing, you
Right.
know. But you know, use discernment.
Yes.
We want everybody to learn and grow and,
Absolutely.
keep going. And if there's something that we can assist with, if there's a topic or, anything, just let us know. We
Please.
absolutely would absolutely take your suggestions.
Right.
So anyway, I guess that's it for today. And I just send love to each of you. And I'm so appreciative that you are here with us. And I know Joelle is as well.
Oh, absolutely. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah. And we will see you next week. Tuesday mornings. Well, it's morning
Yeah.
for me. So
Afternoon for
10:30
me.
Pacific time, 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern,
Yeah.
every Tuesday that you will find us here. So take care
Absolutely.
and we will see you next week.
Thank